Playing you all from everywhere you listen to me from. This is Dr. Adekunle Badmos. Instead of end SARS, instead of end bad government, instead of occupying now, we're saying let's engage in mind surgery revolution. Our mind surgeon is on its way. It's trying to join. It's our first time. However, we're waiting for her. We'll dive into it immediately. We're saying let us engage in critical thinking, creative thinking, innovative thinking, thinking out of the box, developing great memory, flexibility, speed, focus. Let's call a meaningful African to be the surgeon of the day. And Sparky Mandy is on its way to join us. You're all welcome. I can see the OU2 establish the revolution of the global cluster investment of cluster and Olukayodi Uyidotu. I can see Sparky Olayinka. I can see Sparky Agondo. You're all welcome. So let's have our promo video, you know, before we dive into it. Over to you. Let's have our promo video, please. Every meeting matters. Don't miss your chance to go with us. Um, look at the result. There is something I sent to you. Uh, I don't know whether you saw it. I sent you something. I, I sent you something. Let me let me share on Sparkle. Let me share on Sparkle. I need you to play this. You see what I just. I need you to play. I need you to play it. I just shared on message. Yes. Let's have. Can you increase the volume? Please start all over again. Then you are not in the physical. You are supposed to click on off, click to the mind surgery off, click on message, then you join the video. You understand? Click on off, you see off. Are you off? Suppose I click on off, you see finish there. Click on off. Let's call this off. That's the problem. Hope we all thank you very much. Consider Olukayode Oyedotu. And I hope we all learn from this that our mind is a boardroom. There are so many things fighting for our mind. There are so many, you know, activities going on there. The progress you want to see in your life actually starts from your mind. The upliftment you are waiting for, the your your mind is actually expecting you to nurture what you want to see. Your mind is actually waiting for you. There are so many things. When you nurture failure in your mind, you will definitely fail. It's not a cause. This is not about religiosity. The reason why um, um, the religious people say some things, and the confidence at which they say it, makes you feel that, oh, this is the real deal. This is what you have been waiting for. This is what you're looking for. But the truth of the matter is that your mind has the capability to change everything. You're welcome. Sparky Mandy is here. She's our surgeon of the day. Sparky Mandy, you're welcome. You at the right down part of the screen, you will see unmute button. Yes, you can see. You can unmute yourself. So we have done the introduction. We want you to unmute and you can have the floor. Over to you. You are the surgeon of the day. We want to learn from you. The topic is before all of us, and turning your past pain into inner strength. Turning your past pain into inner strength. Over to you, Swakimandi. You can speak to us. We can hear you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So
Excellent
sorry I'm
morning to you.
joining in late. I had a bit of an issue joining in. So just helped me with it and I was able to
It's
join
okay.
in.
It's okay. It's okay.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Okay, so my name is Mandy and I'm a travel consultant with over 8 years experience in the travel field. So when I got the call, to be the mind surgeon for today, a plethora of thoughts went through my head. One of the thoughts was how did he think I would be qualified for this? But um, like I would usually do, I had like a bit of introspection. I was thinking, and I'm like, yes, I'm definitely qualified for it. So I would start off with a personal experience. I've I'm pretty young. I've had like plenty life experiences that would usually normally cripple a lily livered, catty footed person. But because I learned the trick on time of turning pain into strength, I read, I think it was Joyce Meyer's book, The Turning Your Mess into a Message. I think I read it when I was a teenager. And for every mess, every issue I would be in, I would try to look for the message in it. And so I would push and push and push and push until I would get a message, until there is like a message from it. So one of those life experiences would be when I lost my dad. I lost my dad at 15 plus going to 16. I wasn't quite 16 yet when my dad died. And my dad was like my idol then. And like everything in my life, I tried as much as possible to center it around him. He had promised training me to any level I want to get to, because I used to call myself brainy, and I would center like everything around him. And so when he died, it was like, where am I starting from particularly? But I was able to go into school. I didn't get the course I wanted to study, Nigerian universities and all, but I was able to form it, like shape it. So life would deal certain blows at you. Those are not within your power. What life throws at you, you might not necessarily be able to control it. What you are necessarily able to control is how you react to the situation. So as an individual, I try as much as possible not to worry about things I cannot control. When something happens and I know that it's generally out of my control, I don't bother about it. I try to look for the best, not the way out of it. Because sometimes looking for the way out of the situation, you might be entering into a deeper issue. So I try to look for the legitimate way out of it. So now pain as young adults, people that are here, we feel several kinds of pain. We feel pain of rejection, pain of failure, like mine, one of them I shared with you, pain of loss, trauma, self-doubt. Now, all these pains I listed are pains that are peculiar to me. I have been rejected. If I count the number of times I've been rejected, oh my God. If I count the number of times I have failed. So when I fail, I know it's like something everybody says or most people say, but I see failure as I just learned a new way not to do it, a new way that this is not going to work. So when I see somebody going through that route, I can say, oh, no, no, no. I have tried this route like this before. It didn't work. So if I'm now doing the same thing and expecting a different result, I'll now be termed mad, because I know that this thing doesn't work. I have seen that it doesn't work. So that's how to treat failure and rejection. When you are rejected, that person is not the only person in the world. So as you get rejected, bounce back, get up and move. If you face a loss, one thing I learned from the loss of my dad, I had friends then. Surround yourself with good friends. It also helps. I had friends then, and what those friends did for me was they told me something. They said, life, the only way to get out of life is by dying. My dad just got out of life earlier than others. I would not now sit down. My excuse of failing in life will not be because my dad died. That pain had come. That pain has to go. The pain has come. The pain will come. Acknowledge it. So not acknowledging it is also a problem. Acknowledging it and dwelling on the pain is also a problem. So you can acknowledge the pain, but don't live in it. Don't today you wake up and say, oh, I just lost my dad. I wasn't able to do this because I lost my dad. And then tomorrow, why are you not doing this thing? Oh, did I not tell you yesterday? Oh, my dad died. I just lost my dad. How long? Your dad died. The world will be some people in the world, not even everybody in the world. Because I lost my brother 2 years ago, and the way he died, it was very hurtful. But I had people I was processing visas for. I had a job that was pending. And the day that I got the news of my dad, my brother's death, our only brother, my father's only son, the day I got the news of his death, I had a visa to process. It was there. They were calling me, like my clients were calling me, please, I'm at the embassy. I lost my dad. Oh, we are very sorry, but I'm at the embassy. So I had to, oh, Bro Raphael, I'm going to deal with you later. I'm going to deal with your death later. And I did my job. The people were able to do their visa application. They left. I was able to deliver on that in spite of the pain. Did it invalidate my pain? No, it didn't. The world will not stop rotating. Time will not stand still because something bad happened to you. Time will not stand still because you were rejected. Time will not stand still because you are experiencing a personal trauma. Time will not stand still because you lost someone. It will not. If you are lucky and you have empathic people around you, maybe they might cut you some slack at that period of time. But after that time, what next? Where are you going to? You just have to suck it up and move on. That's it. So you need to normalize the fact that pain, the experience of pain, it's a normal experience that everybody will go through. And you use pain. Yes, I just checked my note. You use pain as a raw material. Now, it's something happened to you, like I told you earlier. Pain is not something that you bargained for, but it's constant. So when it happens, it's like a raw material. It's something that you're now going to use and say, okay, from this pain, this is what I want to get out of it. So I'm going to pause now. For everybody that is in this call, I need you to write down a personal experience that you think must have caused you pain. I will call it a raw material. Write down a raw material, just jot it down. And then after the class, if you are willing to share, you will tell me, okay, this is what I have. This is what I've been able to, this is the raw material I've been able to dig or discover. And this is what I want to turn it into. I hope we're all following till this point. If someone can unmute and say yes, I would appreciate
Yes,
that.
we're following you.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so please write it down. Now, the transformation process, I've talked about pain too much, right? Now, I want to tell you how it can be shaped. So I'm a Christian, yeah, by not just religion but belief, right? So I believe that every pain, God has given us the creative ability to shape it into what it's supposed to be. So um you were raped as a teenager. How do you shape that pain? You have failed in your business. It is painful. How will you shape that pain? As a personal person, as a personal individual, man leader you are seeing here, I have failed several times in business. I was the one that would believe that um because of how much I have understood not failing, I cannot fail in certain things. But in my personal life too, I have failed. Those are raw materials. How do you shape it? I'm going to be talking about that. Now you can shape your pain. You can transform that pain. The barraing, it's a bara process, BARA. So you are shaping that. I think ROAH is a Hebrew word. You can shape that into, like, there are 3 phases of doing that bara thing I just said now. First off is acceptance. Now, in dealing with pain, I'm not saying you should not acknowledge it. You have to accept that, oh, this thing I'm dealing with, this thing causes me pain, or this thing was hurtful, it pained me. Yes, after that. Now, acceptance, please shorten it, shorten that process. You cannot live there. Acknowledge the pain. When you suppress it, it's like you're sweeping sand under. Now, let me tell you, I was an expert in ignoring. I would suppress it because I felt I was a strong girl. But acknowledging that pain helped me in transforming it. So after acknowledging the pain, you have acknowledged it. Reflect on it. In your self-reflection, please and please and please, I beg you, don't lie to yourself, because you are just doing yourself. Now, I do this thing where when I'm reflecting on something I failed at, I find out what did I personally do wrong, right? After finding out what I did wrong, I find out if I was dealing with somebody, what did the person do wrong? From what the person did wrong, how would I as a person have been able to prevent that other person from having that or doing that particular thing? And then when you have done that, what can I do differently? That is your reflection. Now, don't lie to yourself in this phase, because if you lie to yourself in this phase, I think you will just be doing yourself. You will be doing yourself a disservice, because the part for self-reflection, it's yourself, it's for you, it's not for me. So if I were to be your mentor or stuff and I ask you to do that and you lie to me, I would offer you advice based on the material you gave me to work with. So if you tell yourself the truth, it will be better for you. Then after that, you take action. Now the action will be, you channel these lessons that you have learned into growth. You set goals. You build healthier habits. Now, I discovered as a person, when I had failed, I did a business and I failed. I failed like woefully. Ambassador Adekunle is aware of it. Like, I crashed, like, you know how you are flying at this trajectory and you just nosedived. Like, that's what happened. The crash was big. It was loud, right? But I acknowledged it. I accepted my mistake. I reflected, and then I found out my unhealthy habits, and I built. I was able to. So if you know from my bio, you'll see that I run 2 separate travel industries. I built the second Japa World. I built Japa World from the mistakes I had discovered from my previous business. So, okay, this is the fault in the travel market. And if I keep allowing that mistake fly, I will still be having this issue as a failure. It is from my building that I met people like Dr. Adekunle. I met like good people because I decided that no, I'm not going to stay there. I'm going to build. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to build healthy habits. I'm going to build my business in a healthier way. And so that's what I did. That's what I did. And if you see somebody in same pit as you, somebody going in the same direction as you, it is witchcraft. I'm saying it is witchcraft to still say that, oh, the person did not ask me for my help, so I'll just watch the person crash rather, sorry. So because the person didn't ask me for my help, I should just watch the person crash. No, that's bad. That's bad. That's witchcraft. You help others. You say, no, this way you are going. I had done this thing this way and it did not work well for me. So because I had done this thing this way, I can say it that you are going wrong. You help the person. You help the person. And if you are the one that somebody is not coming to say, oh, you are good, the way you are going now, how do I come out of it? Accept help. When people are helping you, accept help. Don't just stay and say no, right? There are tools and practices that you can take to turn it. So this is like a surgical process, right? So in the surgical process, it's enough cutting the stomach open. After cutting the stomach open and finding out the problem and possibly removing it, what are you supposed to do? There are some things that you would still do, right? So the person doesn't just bleed out to death. So we now have people that will now just sit down and they are like, oh, okay, so this thing has happened and I'm here. My world is bad. This is what I did wrong. That is what I did wrong. After that, you journal it. That's what I'm telling you to do now. I said you should write it down. Write different instances that you would tag as pain that you can turn into a message. So you journal. Now I have by the side of my bed, I wish I'm in my office space now. I wish I was at my bedside. I would have videoed it. I have different journals for different purposes, different journals that are for different purposes. So I journal them. So you can journal. If you don't want somebody to read your journal and say, oh, so this person went through this, you can write it down as a story, or you reframe the experience. So instead of writing it down as pain, write it through pain to your victory. It helps. It helps. Yeah, you are mindful and you meditate. Mindfulness is you wake up in the morning. I wake up in the morning, and before I do anything, I wake up in the morning and I'm still for 5 to 10 minutes. When I mean still, I'm not touching my phone. I'm not doing anything. My eyes are just closed and I'm still for 5 to 10 minutes. I'm mindful. I'm conscious about that habit because it helps center me. It helps center me before I now, in that stillness, as a Christian personally, it helps in the Holy Spirit wants to talk to me, or I want to commune with God. In that stillness, that's the point where I just, thoughts are coming into my head. I'm able to declutter. I'm able to do everything I'm doing in 5 to 10 minutes. Then I breathe. I breathe in. There's the right way to breathe. Yeah. You breathe in, you take in breath, 6 seconds, you exhale 5 seconds, you inhale, you exhale, you inhale, you exhale, you just let it go. It makes you free. After that you are mindful, you are meditating, it's mindful. You then take this pain. Okay, what do I want to deal with today? Oh, this is what I'm dealing with. It helps you. You are now able to compartmentalize it. You are able to give your every emotion, you should be able to give every emotion a name. Every emotion, every feeling should have a name. It should not just, don't ignore it. Every feeling must have a name. Give a name. Feeling tired. I'm feeling spent. I'm feeling exhausted. I'm feeling angry. Okay, why am I feeling tired? Because I spent a lot of time doing this and I did not get this in return. Oh, because I'm feeling angry. I'm feeling rejected. I'm feeling like I failed. From there, move on. You have to be thoughtful about this process. Then you build supportive communities. The Spark Hub, the Mind Surgery Revolution Hub is a sub-community. You build supportive communities that would help you exhale. You build those communities, it will help you exhale. And then you turn pain into creative expression. This your pain now. You turn it into creative expression. This thing you are doing, you talk to people, you write about it, you post it. That's how you can do it. And once you do that, you see your scar. Okay, like I told you that I have gone through like several pain. I have a scar on the lower part of my tummy. I got it from 3 times surgery. Two of those surgeries, I have the fruit of it. I have my children. I'm seeing them running up and down. And then the third time I did the surgery for a ruptured ectopic pregnancy. I did that surgery and I didn't see my baby. I lost my child. And it was painful. I promise you, it was painful because I am dealing with this pain. And okay, for the other pains, I could see the fruit. I could see, okay, this is the dividends that this pain got me, my children. And then this other one, I can't. But I'm seeing this scar and I'm seeing it as a proof of survival. Treat each scar as oh, I survived this. Oh, this is my victory mark. Oh, I got this as a victory. Every life will come. Life is lifing. It is normal in life. It is not peculiar to you. There is nothing that you are going through that is peculiar to you. You ask another person, the person must have gone through that or gone through worse. I was thinking that, oh, I failed in business. Oh, I have to refund people. Oh, I'm going through this. And then I was talking about it in my community. There, I discovered that somebody was going through like 50 times worse than I was going through. And the person still comes out every day. He puts on a smile. Now, going through the fire and coming out of the fire is not the miracle, right? Going through a storm and coming out of the storm is not, it is not just that. So you cannot come out of the storm and then your hair is looking disheveled. You are looking, your body, your face is black. You have burn marks all over. You need to turn those, you must not smell like smoke. You have gone through the fire. You come out smelling fresh. At every time, deal with your pain indoors. Come out, because the world does not care about your pain. The world cares about the person that is forging through it. So you come out, you put on your armor, and then you are ready to fight the next day. So one of the, like I told you before, one of the things that will help you not come out and looking like you just fought 10,000 people is that you have been able to wake up in the morning, deal with this pain, and then move on. But if you don't do that, you will come out looking like you just fought 10,000 people. So I think with these few points of mine, I am done. If I have any questions, okay, no, we should now for if you wrote down any pain that you think is raw material, this would be the point where you share it with me, and let's see what we can turn that gold into, if we're turning it into a necklace, or we'll keep it as gold. So this is the time where people can where you can unmute and tell me what you wrote in your book. So somebody that would want to share, if you wrote something and you want to read it out with us, I would really appreciate that. Thank you.
Wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. And
Okay. All right.
We have great minds coming in. You know, we have the person of 001, 360 and beyond in the person of Pastor Alpha Rex. He was in before, then he came in again. We have the 001 Zambia cluster of the global cluster, that is Cluster and Clarice, you know, came in, you know, having from Istanbul. We have the 001 B2B cluster of the global cluster and the founder of the new program worldwide, the person of Dr. Daniel Deji Ayodele, aka the Global Daniel. You know, he worked in, and we have Sparky Itam, all the way from the Surulere cluster of the global clusters. We have Sparky Dennis, all the way from Kenya. We have Sparky Philip, the 003 ARA cluster of the global cluster. Wow, I saw the 002 as well. That is the 002 Mind Surgery Revolution of the global cluster in the person of Cluster Susan. You are welcome, and the coordinator of all the clusters in the East Africa. Okay, over to you, Cluster Susan. I don't know how long you have been in, but this is the surgeon of the day. He's been talking, and he said people to write down their pain. Be adding your voice first as to mind surgeon of the global cluster. Cluster Susan, over to you, please. Speak to us, please.
Of the global clusters. Thank you very much. I hope you can hear.
Yes, we can hear
me. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you very much, the president of the global clusters, Dr. Ambassador Adenkule Badmas. Thank you very much for those in attendance. And to the mind surgeon of the day, Mandy, thank you very much. Apparently, I just came in late and I could not really catch up, and I will follow it up on YouTube. I just want to say I'm really, really so proud of you, even if I haven't had what has been said, but from a look of things and from a few faces that I can see, there is actually some good news here. I'll follow it up on YouTube and I'll put my comments forward. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you very much for that brief contribution. Let's have the Global Daniel. Are you available to talk to us? What? Oh, we're talking about turning your pain to a message. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Let me confirm that you guys can hear me clearly. Can you all hear me clearly? All right.
Yes,
I'm not going to speak loud because I'm currently in transit. Like the global president already know. But I want to appreciate the global president, person of Dr. Adekunle Badmus, for this wonderful privilege. And also to the mind surgeon of the day, Madam Mandy. It's so good, hearing you speak. Like I came in because I'm in transit. I wanted to exit, but your words captivated me, and I decided to stay because it looks like you were directly talking to me. And I know that if that could happen to me, that means there are so many other persons in here that your words would speak to. Now we're talking about turning your pain to strength. This is amazing. While you were speaking, all I could but think about was when I lost my mom. That was back then in 2015. And it looks like everything was crushing down on me. everything was going to crash on me, because my mom was actually one strong pillar that I had in 2015. And I just finished my second degree then, no job. And she was all the support system that I had. And from nowhere, I lost her. And I said to myself, I won't let this let me down. I won't let this weigh me down. And after then, God just began to give me revelation, from one revelation to the other. After then, there were so many things that I've done, taken from story of the pain that I felt, losing my mom, who happened to be the supporting pillar, all through while I was in school. I cannot imagine what that lady went through just to ensure that I and my other siblings, graduated, from school. And when it was like time for her to really start enjoying the fruit of her labor, from nowhere, death came and took her. And I really appreciated what Mandy said. She also shared a story of how she lost her dad, before time. And one way or the other, we have all passed through that pain. But today, we're talking about how we can now transform that pain into strength. From between 2015 and today, I've authored 2 books. I have spoken on global stages. I currently live in Istanbul, where I bring people together. I currently have over 5,000 women entrepreneurs that I'm currently mentoring. And from time to time, we have events bringing these people together. And I said to these ladies, I said, I will never host any program without bringing women together. Why? Because I have something that I want to share. I have pain that I've been able to turn to strength that is really working for me. And we must all see ourselves in this part. So, listening to Mandy spoke, it's one thing to really hear that pain can make you stronger. It's another thing to actually walk through that process. So if you're here and probably you are going through something, you're going through one pain or the other, and you're wondering, why would God allow this to happen to me? Listen, you have not been rejected. You are not alone. As a matter of fact, the truth is, you can change that struggle, that pain that you are currently going through now into strength. See, God does not waste pain. And that is one message I want you to see today. God does not waste pain. The very thing that hurts you may be the same thing He uses to shape you into the person you are meant to become. And you see, many times we ask God for success. We ask God for influence. We ask God for breakthrough. What we do not realize is that some of His greatest work happen in difficult seasons. Pain, for me, has always revealed my inner strength. I was talking to Dr. Adekunle Badmus yesterday, and I said, when people expect me to be down, when people expect me to be broken, because from my journey, I have actually gone through a lot. In fact, people that are supposed to be my pillar end up, backstabbing me, betraying me. And I was just telling him yesterday, I said, I will not let this weigh me down. So many times we ask God for all these things, and God is saying, look in within, look, this pain that you are going through now, it's because I want to teach you something from it. And I have a very good mentor that I take from the scriptures, the story of Joseph. If we read the book of Joseph from Genesis chapter 50, verse 20, pardon me, I'm a strong believer of the word, so I always quote the Bible. If we read the story of Joseph in the Bible, Joseph is one clearest example. He went through betrayal of his own brother, sold into slavery. As a matter of fact, he was thrown into prison at the same time. Look at what happened to him years after. So you might also be here and you are listening to Mandy says all these things. Oh, my dad died. And you're saying, oh, is it that easy that you lost your dad and people are calling you for a job? How can it not affect you? You heard that story. The same day she lost someone that is very dear to her, people are still calling her for visa. Now imagine she saying, no, I can't do this. How will she build a business? So what is the story here? What seems like the end of you today is going to become that story that you can leverage on to becoming a better person. Romans chapter 8 and verse 28 reminds us of something very strong. He said, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who loved him. I will say that again. Romans chapter 8 and verses 28. It says, and we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love him. Not some things, not only good things. Say, but all things. That means whatsoever that you are going through now is working together for your good. You might not know it, you might not see it, but something is working. God is working out something for you. So all you just need to do, just like you had Mandy said, is acknowledge your pain. Acknowledge your pain. I understand your pain. Don't ignore what has happened. Be honest with yourself and with God. Then secondly, bring it to God. See, if God is the foundation, then you cannot do without God. So many times we pray and sincerely ask God for things. What he's doing is making you pass through that pain so that you can learn from it. Then thirdly, look for the lessons. Mandy emphasized on this. What is this that I'm going through that God wants me to learn from this lesson? If you if you're not doing well with your finances right now, look out for the pain. Probably you don't have money in your bank account. It could be that when you had money, you couldn't manage it. Then God is saying to you, can you just go and study how to manage money? Can you just go and study how to be a better financier or the custodian of what I have given to you? Then third, I know so many of us want to stop. See, refuse bitterness. Refuse to be bitter. Mandy also said this, which of course I also wrote down. See, don't look like the baggage that is from the pain that you're feeling. Don't let people read you that you are going through a lot. Yes, things might be happening around you. You might be going through a lot of things right now, but don't let people easily read it that, Clarissa, what is going on through you? Don't look good. Oh, Matty, what is going on through? What is going on with you? You don't look good. If people begin to judge you by the way they see you and they know that you are going through something, that means you have not refused bitterness. Choose healing and forgiveness.
Oh,
Can you
maybe
can you hear me?
we can hear you now. Go ahead.
All right. So as I begin to round up, I know so many of us want to speak. See, don't waste your pain, please. I want to beg you. Your pain should deepen your faith. Your pain should strengthen your character. Your pain should sharpen your purpose. Let it prepare you to serve others, because your greatest message may come from your deepest mess. Thank you very much, Dr. Adekunle, for having me. God bless you. Mandy, God bless you. I've learned so much from you today, and I look forward to connecting more with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Continue coordinating, Faret. Let's have Agoma speak to us. Faret, continue, please.
All right. Agoma, are you there? Agoma, please talk to us. Please feel free. All right. Agoma, I don't know if sorry? What did you say? What did you say? Oh, all right. Let's quickly just add mine. Thank you, our
Sorry, we cannot hear whoever is talking. The volume is very low.
Can anyone hear me? Am I being heard?
I can hear you, but your volume is like really, really low.
Oh no, I guess it's the net. Okay, let me mute. All right. How about now? Can you hear me?
Yes, it's much better.
Okay, awesome. All right. Thank you very much. Um, can any other person hear me? Our segment, can any other person hear me? Participant, can you hear me? Over Daniel, can you hear me, sir?
Hello, good morning. Can anyone hear me? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, we
I
can
think,
hear you.
yeah, yeah, this is William Susanga. I think Mr. Fares is having issue with his network, of which is what we've been experiencing over here for the past some days now. And I think I will just continue from there, like by giving my own experience, what has caused me pain. Then I think after that, any other person can just jump in and give his own. Mine will be the educational part of it. Yeah, it really caused me pain in the sense that I came from a family whereby we have a lot to meet up with, but that very determination to strive for that depends on you as an individual. So by that, it makes me to sit down and begin to recalibrate my own personal life and how I should go by it. So in all those challenges, I look at it from the angle that if I want to accomplish what I wanted to become in life, I have to strive even harder. I'm the kind of person that went into the workforce very early. And as at the age of 17, 18, I'm beginning to see some cash. I'm beginning to live very fine by myself. But the thought came to me that if I should continue with this without acquiring an education for myself, it will be very, very bad at the future time. And that became a very big challenge to me, which I have to choose either to continue in my little thing that I was doing, because as at then, I was the assistant coordinator for a cafe, a cyber cafe, far back in Delta State. But I sit down and I had to pick either continue my education or to continue working. Then at the end of it, I decide that educations come first. And through those times of my education, it wasn't really easy. I had to make sure that I meet up with every of my expenses, the tuition fee, the acceptance fee, the textbook, and the likes. I tried JAM several times. When I mean several times, I'm talking about like 4 or 5 times. I think the 5th time, that was when I got it. There's even some schools that I had to do twice. Not that I was not putting in my efforts to make it, but there were some obstacles that were just trying to weigh me down, of which I never really gave in. Then I finally gained admission. The little savings in which I have put together, I had to use it to pay for my acceptance fee, my tuition fee. And the good part about it, I tried to manage my education and also my work. I was so faithful and diligent in both angles that even when I was on holiday from my school, I fall back to my work. I do what I'm supposed to do because of my diligence in what I was doing at that very company as at that time. My position was always reserved for me. And as God may have it, whenever I'm off, it's as if that very unit will collapse to some extent. as in the return will not be as much as what I always give back to the company. So when I return back, it will be like, this is an opportunity. Williams, so please, this place has been struggling. Come back to it. I will go back to it. Just like that. That's how I pushed through my first year, second year, third year, and my final year. So the point that I'm trying to make in all of this, just as Global Daniel said, your pain should metamorphose or should be a leading or a roadmap to your success, irrespective of how it sounds, irrespective of how you think it is. You should always try to see a positive light out of it. Because by doing that, you will only achieve what has been waiting for. Like the saying always goes, you don't know what awaits you until you live where you are to where you are supposed to be. So in one way or the other, I believe each and every one of us must have put in our negative or an issue or a situation that give us pain into a positive light. So that is my angle of which I want to bring to the general public this day. Thank you. I remain Williams.
All right. Maybe we should have Sparky Dennis. I don't know if anyone can hear me now. I don't know what's happening to my network today. Sparky Dennis, please kindly, are you there? Please, sir, kindly add your voice. Our mind surgeon for today has spoken. Yes, Sparky Dennis, rather. Over to you, sir.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon for those who are in the morning, those who are in the afternoon, and perhaps even those who are in the night, because we are now global. Can you hear me clearly?
Loud and
Can hear you.
Well, thank you very much, Sergeant of the Day. This was a very, very, to me, it's a lovely and also an emotional topic. Making the best of your past pains. I came halfway through, but still I got some points. First of all, sorry for losing your child. It's not an easy thing to lose a child. Well, I've not been a woman, but then I know it's a very personal and very fresh thing for a lady, because you start feeling your child a few minutes or a few hours after conception, and this goes all the way to delivery. So I don't know at what point you lost the child, but then that journey, that road, that feeling, and then all of a sudden it disappears into the thin air is not something so too easy to deal with. Sorry very much. Yes, you say that pain, there is a pain that is not peculiar to oneself, and that is true. People experience sometimes the same pain in different ways, and you will realize. I remember back in the Bible, King Solomon is saying, there is nothing new you can do. It has been done before. So therefore, I know there's nothing new that can happen to us. It has happened before. The only thing is that either we did not know that it had happened before, or we did not know how the person who experienced it navigated his or her way out of it. But it is true, there is no pain that is peculiar to us. Personally, I am going through a lot at the moment, and always my solace is the story of Job in the Bible. Job, and I tell people about this several times, because Job, as a human being, does not know that certain powers beyond human realms are discussing him in heaven. God and Satan, two beings more powerful than a human being, are discussing him. One is saying, "Have you seen my servant?" The other one is like, "No, you just bless him because he worships you, he praises you." And God says, "No, that guy is just a good guy, And Satan is told, well, you can tempt him as much as you like, and only that you may not touch his soul. So as humans, do we ever ask ourselves, are some gods discussing us somewhere? Are some gods deciding to test us? Because Job he loses his children, he loses his wealth. He was a billionaire, actually, by that standards of that time. He loses his children, he loses his wealth, soon he loses his wife, and he loses his health. He loses everything, such that he goes to sleep in the streets in front of shops. And this happens to him for 32 long years. Man, that is crazy. That is crazy. I don't know if any of us has suffered anything that long, unless somebody who was born with some kind of disability. 32 years of your adulthood. You saw your children, you had your wealth, you are a billionaire, you've lost everything, and you're in constant pain, scratching yourself with stones and broken pieces of pot for 32 years. Then later, God restored him. So sometimes I normally say, the things we are going through, at times they have been discussed somewhere above us. And we are actually being tested, whether we can go through it and how we can go through it. That is just one way of seeing it. Well, then your past pains become then valuable the moment you stop asking, why did this happen to me? Yeah. And that is usually a very selfish question, by the way. It seems like somebody is traumatized, but when you ask yourself, or you ask God, why did this happen to me? Then the question becomes, to whom did you want it to happen? To whom did you want it to happen? Yeah. I think the best question is just to ask, why is this happening? But not, why is this happening to me? Once it reaches to me, it's like it should have happened to somebody else. But the real deal is, why is it happening? Yeah. Then what can this experience teach or strengthen or prepare me for? What can this experience teach or strengthen or prepare me for? I think that is how, and mostly that is how I deal with my pains, my traumas, and any other unfortunate event that happens to me. Once I ask those questions, yes, it is painful, it can be bitter, but I have to sit down and swallow the pain. And again, one of the reasons we go through pain for a very long time is denial, disbelieving that it has happened. The faster you believe that it has happened, the better. It can be so painful, yes, very, very painful. And you know, one of the things that make us feel the pain so much is emotional attachment. Emotional attachment to whatever it is. If this thing gets lost or interrupted or broken, then you feel a lot of pain. So I've learned, and especially when dealing with human beings, not to invest too much of emotions, because I treat human beings like a glass window next to a roadside where everybody is walking. The house has no fence. It's by the road and it has glass window. Anything can break that glass window, and then you don't have the window. That's how also I treat humans, because humans, for whatever reason, good or bad, they will always leave you. For whatever reason, good or bad. Sometimes you're so attached to somebody, and yet this person gets transferred. He has to go to a different country or a different town, different state. Sometimes you like somebody so much, then all of a sudden this person has turned green eye on you and is feeling jealous of you, and the relationship gets broken. You see? So these things, they happen to us. But what we must ask ourselves, one of the ways to go through it is to ask ourselves, why is this happening? Take a pause, try to look at your past, if there is anything you may have done to warrant it, or if there is anything from somebody else that may warrant it. then the next question will be, what can this experience teach or strengthen or prepare me for? Because every experience is either teaching you something from your mistakes, or it is preparing you for a tougher situation you are heading to. It's unfortunate when death is part of it, and I hope nobody experiences death in that nature. But then that is part of the way to get out of it. We have to learn through each and every situation. Today, I've come to terms with death. When I lost my father, when I lost my firstborn brother, and within 30 days after burial, we were losing our second-born brother. And I was like, okay, death is part of us. And the Bible tells us, whoever is born must die. Whoever is born must die. So I also take that and I say, okay, fine. The first thing is I accept the reality of the occurrence. Then I slow down all the emotional reactions. Then I identify the real source of pain. Now, getting out of this pain is not going to be easy because you are not a switch. It's not going to be easy. You're not a switch that can be just switched on, turned on and turned off like electricity. It is time-based, and it has to be gradual. So I think one of the first things to do is to create some kind of a structure, simple routines that can help you, whether it is to sleep or pray and do some meditation or some exercise or work blocks or journaling. You start from something. You just decide each and every day, this is how I want my day to be. I'll be waking up. The first thing is to pray to God, thank Him for what has happened, and also ask Him for strength and fortitude to handle what has happened. After that prayer, what am I doing next? I want to wash clothes or do my house chores or rush to the office. And just that way, slowly by slowly, soon you find yourself getting out of this. And it's also good to speak honestly to somebody who is trustworthy. And this, you have to be very careful. Somebody who is trustworthy. My experiences have taught me that most human beings, they pretend to be listening to you, they want to advise you, but in reality, they are looking for fodder for their next stories. Behind your back, you will be the story. They'll be like, hey, so and so experienced this. Hey, if it were me, I would do this, I would do this. So the guy is not helping you. You have just become data for his humor somewhere else. Otherwise, that is what I can say. Thank you very much. And this is a very, very important topic. Thank you. Back to you.
Oh, amazing. Thank you.
I've lost your voice or something. Your audio is not coming through.
Network is very bad. If there's any other person that wants to say one or two or add to it, the person can go ahead. The network has been bad generally.
Hello, please. Can anyone hear me? I think I just returned. Please, can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. I just asked them that Sparky Online. Okay, the 002. Sparky Susan, over to you, ma'am. All right. You just unmuted. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. I had sent my submissions already. I'll follow up the video on YouTube. Over to you. Can you hear me?
Now, yes. It has been on and off. Now, yes, I can hear you.
Thank you very much. I'll repeat what I said. I just came in late and I already shared my submissions. I'll follow up on the video later on YouTube. Thank you very much. I lost you. I lost you. I can't hear you. Am I the only one?
Can't hear him.
Yes, if there is any other person that wants to say one or two regarding it, the person should go ahead. Fares network is so bad.
All right, amazing. Okay. Oh, it means you can hear me, right? Sparky Williams, you just unmuted. Okay.
Yes, I can
All
hear
right.
you, Mr. Fares. We can hear you.
All
I'm
right.
just trying to make sure that
Sparky,
I fill in the gap when your network went out.
awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much. Please, can Sparky Olayinka, can you unmute and add your voice, please? We are 19 minutes behind. I mean, we have really gone past our time. All right, but we just want to ensure that everyone is able to add his or her voice. Sparky Olayinka, please unmute. Are you there? Okay. All right. I think at this point, let me hand over the baton to the 002 leader of the Mind Surgery Revolution in the person of Sparky Susan, so she can give us, you know, wind up for us. All right. All right.
Thank you very much, Sparky Fares, the global president of the global clusters, the mind surgeon of the day, Mandy. Indeed, it's been an exciting day with exciting information about the how to get out of painful situations and how to make the best out of it. Thank you, each and every person, for having attended this session today. It's going to be more greater and finer as we go by, because we are having a combination expertise in the surgery who are coming on board. We are intending to have people from Malawi, Rwanda, and all the other African countries to give us information and their experiences on their end. So that said, I would want to conclude and declare the meeting. I declare it's ended. Thank you very much. I don't have much to say. Yeah. And have a lovely day.
Thank you very much. Let me just remind us a little bit that storms do not only test who you are, but they reveal what must change, what must heal, and what must strengthen you, and what you are capable of building next. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis, for your reminder and a take-home note. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. So I wish you a lovely day and enjoy each and every one of you. And may God bless you all.
Thank you. Bye for now.
Bye.